We're live here from the Pingree School, site of the Battle for the Belt next weekend. We have a great guest, part of our celebration of Girls Club Basketball. We have New England Playmaker Girls Director Jackie Lyons, also lead graphic designer at Iceland. Welcome, Jackie, to the show. We're really excited to have you.
Thank you.
Jackie, we're going to get right into some of the questions we have. This is really important for us because it's going to give a voice, as Steve mentioned, to girls basketball across the state. Who better to do that with than a player and now a coach who's experienced it at all levels. So,
absolutely.
Just tell us a little bit about what was it like playing club basketball for you? What was your experience like from what you remember? Not too long ago.
Well, I started playing basketball competitively in 6th grade.
Okay.
I played for Kevin Barboza, who now coaches Bay State Blizzard.
Right.
And from there, I played on several different AAU programs. Any opportunity.
Club programs, we call them.
Yes, club programs, excuse me. Any opportunity I had to play, I would take it.
Okay. And tell me about the little transition you made. As a player growing up and all of a sudden now a coach. What's that been like?
It's been a pretty seamless transition. I have a passion for teaching, and I've been able to use basketball as a tool to teach these young kids and empower them.
What's the biggest message you kind of teach every day as you're on the court? I know you get practice about a half hour. What's the big lessons you try to instill in your girls?
Yeah.
By the way, 7th grade girls champion at the Rumble of the Rim. Pretty exciting stuff.
We're really excited about that as a program. Academics come first. Basketball only lasts for so long, so focus as hard as you can in the classroom, and that will continue.
Okay. By the way, what's with that Under Armour? I know you guys are making the transition to Adidas next spring. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we're really optimistic about transferring over to Adidas, and the entire program's looking forward to it.
Gonna get all geared out, right?
Decked out, hopefully.
Coach
Steve
Ladder,
can hear that over there. We're looking for some new gear.
Let's get as much of them as possible. We're happy to get it to you.
Yeah.
So
thank you.
Tell us a little bit about what it's like to play at the college level. I mean, I see all these girls every week. You know, they play so hard in the circuit. What's it like to play in the big time? Like, what can they look forward to?
Well, I would say first, make sure you're practicing as much as you can in your driveway. That's where I got better, to be completely honest. I would spend countless hours in my driveway working on my game. And then from there, I would have individual training, group training, and practice with my team every chance I could. So jumping into the college game, it made it a little easier for me. And then just putting yourself out there.
Right.
Meeting the faculty, being very involved with your coaches, meeting with them in their office, and then being the best team player that you can be, and then everything else will fall into place.
Now, you mentioned academics a few different times. You gave me a funny story preset about practicing with Notre Dame prep, what that was like, and really one observation, instead of going to Tennessee, you had girls go nowhere because they didn't do their homework in the classroom. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I was playing with some of the best basketball players in the country at that time.
Pretty special.
Incredible.
With Coach Reinhardt.
Yeah, Shakira Rucker was one of those players, 5'9", could dunk the basketball. And she played like a guy, you know, and it was absolutely incredible. So I was able to play with those girls and learn so much. But at the end of the day, they weren't doing their job in the classroom and
you can't
didn't
preset
convert.
enough.
Sure. We were actually talking before, Steve, Jack, you mentioned that as far as skill development, getting ready to play at the next level, you mentioned obviously understanding structure of basketball, plays, and that kind of thing. But you also have a little bit of flair to your game. What would you tell your girls in terms of working on that aspect of playing, being able to play freelance style, have those skills, and then complement that with the team game?
Yeah, so I always tell my girls that the basketball court is a blank canvas.
Okay.
And
graphic designer, makes sense.
Right, so I'm always looking to bring my creative approach to the game, but it's their job to do whatever they can in between the 94 feet, to be creative and not play like a robot, you know?
Steve, it's a great lesson because so many times you get kids at a level and all they know how to do is follow instructions. And really that creativity at the end of a game, that's when guys make plays, girls make plays.
You got to play in space.
You have to.
Add timeouts. You only get in the ZG circuit 3 timeouts. You got to learn how to play. You can't be listening to Coach Lyons on the sideline for every second. Before we get into Kevin's favorite segment of the week, Tell me one thing. Preview the battle for the belt, 7th grade girls. Who are you most afraid to see next weekend?
No one.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. Yeah, my girls are prepared.
Boston Bobcats listed out after a 1-point classic with the playmakers. Be ready. They're ready for you.
They're a very, very competitive team. Great program.
That's good. And speaking of the battle, path to the belt, Steve, Jackie, talk about, because you mentioned what it was like for you. Talk about the difference in girls club basketball now versus when you were playing, and how much of a benefit that these girls have to be a part of a team, a program, from really, 3rd grade in many cases.
Yeah, well, I think you guys are doing a great job of giving these girls a platform and stage to perform on, and several years ago we didn't have that.
Yeah, it exists.
And I think the key to growing girls basketball is visibility and awareness.
Well, we're so lucky. I mean, in New England, the hotbed of girls basketball, really. Up the road, my friend works at UConn. I mean, the best program in the world. I mean, if you can't be a young player here aspiring to play at that level, what are you doing? So it's really great to see, and I mean, I see every week our girls' talent gets better and better and better. It's awesome to see, and people like yourself realize still these girls as role models. They need that. So, Kevin, let's get right into it.
All right, so Steve, this segment originated as 5 and 5.
Not that anyone's followed that yet.
We've had 2 guests that great.
And I love them both.
But they've really made this 5 and 500. Yeah. 5 and 5.
Adam gave Mike Crotty a hard time. I think Adam talked even longer.
So anyway, but more importantly, Jackie, a couple questions that I think give great insight, for our young girls out there. The first one that we're going to get into is the person who impacted your basketball career the most.
Well, it's hard to narrow it down to just one person.
You're going to have to.
You got it. Hot seat.
I'm going to have to say my parents. My parents gave me the opportunity to play at every tournament, clinic, showcase that I went to, and that goes along with my sister.
And the parents, by the way, this is a sign, are amazing. What they do every weekend, they're so loyal. I see them with their I'm a Flash fan T-shirt. They're in the stands. What's our Twitter for this weekend?
Yeah, superfans. Hashtag superfans, taking pictures of our parent sections, giving a lot of credit to what goes on.
Absolutely. Number 2, Mr. Tyrone.
So number 2, the best memory from college basketball.
I would say every time my team met for team meals, bus rides, before and after games, in the locker rooms. Again, it's hard to narrow it down.
That's a lot of best moments. I mean, narrow it down, talk about everything. It's the experience.
You know what's funny about that, Steve, too? On a ZG weekend, on a tournament weekend, typically your best memories are on the van rides, what's going on at the snack
in
bar,
the hotel,
hanging out at the hotel. So it's really,
you said it best to me the first time we met. It's not just a ZG tournament; it's a ZG experience.
Right.
Exactly what Jackie said.
Building those relationships, the high school and college level, and even starting
that's
out.
what playing on a team sport's all about.
So number 3, the best memory from your club playing days.
Yeah, we talked about this a little earlier, but I would have to say Notre Dame prep in those days. I mean,
just going up there and
My dad would drive me an hour to practice.
Wow. Running to Pittsburgh, not an easy drive.
Yeah, very different too, going from the suburbs to Notre Dame prep. But it was incredible playing with the best girls in the country, and we'd have many college coaches around the nation be at practice and watch us, and I was able to gain a lot of exposure that way, and I created so many relationships, and I still keep in touch with a lot of those girls.
That's great. All right, so we're going to ask you, Jackie, to be a little critical of the game right now. The one skill in girls basketball that is lacking, that needs to be improved.
Confidence. I think confidence is a learned and practiced skill, and a lot of coaches don't preach that enough. So I feel very strongly about instilling confidence in all of my players and making them feel bigger and beyond what they are.
Love that answer.
Great answer. And the last one, if you had to name a WNBA and or professional women's player that young girls should watch and model their game after, who would you name? Who comes to mind? You tell your team you should watch her play.
Maya Moore. Hands down.
Well, that was easy. That was quick. Didn't have to think about that one.
Yeah, and she's always trying to find strategic ways to improve the girls' game, and the key is visibility, and she recently had a deal with Jordan and
that eye slide.
and now some custom sandals that have Maya Moore on the top strap. So, you know, Jordan's really happy with the new partnership. But yeah, I mean, I think she's doing a great job out there, and she's one of the best players.
On the floor, she has that creativity that you talked about, right? I would imagine that's something to look for when you watch her play, just that being able to play in space, all that.
Well, we were so happy to have Jackie. I hope she's hosting one of these belts next weekend right in this very court.
Home court advantage.
That is why it's here. So it's going to be ultra competitive, just like the boys field. The girls field is ultra competitive. I know Coach Hazelton wants some belts. It's going to have to go through Coach Lyons. Let's see what happens. We'll be right back here next week, filming live from the battle for the belt. We're going to have a huge, big-time guest. Don't want to give out any hints, but Leo, maybe one of them. We'll see what happens. And have a great week, everybody. And thanks for tuning in.